Yo, what's going down, everybody? It's Straight Out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 4 of my Out of the Park baseball series here with the Houston Astros, and today we are at June 1st in 2015. And first things first, I want to let you guys know that I promise from now on no more 48-minute episodes. My goal is to keep all of these under 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is a good cutoff. I actually have a stopwatch going this time, so I can sort of keep track of that, since apparently I don't do a good job of keeping track of time mentally. So anyway, and because, you know, I cut stuff out, I can't just keep looking at a clock or whatever. So anyway, we're 40 seconds in, and I better get going. So we are at June 1st. We are 20 and 23. Started out very well. We're 8 and 4, then we were 15 and 12, but now we are only 5 and 11 in our last 16 games. So we're 20 and 23, and I obviously want to be a little bit better, but anyway, the draft's coming up. That's why I'm cutting in. So let's start to simulate here. Up until that point, we got a series against Oakland. We swept them earlier in a 4-game set. This time, they repay the favor. They sweep us. So things are not going well right now. Dexter Fowler is out for 4 weeks. Dustin Hood is taking his spot in the lineup for the most part. He was one of the guys we signed in the offseason. So we get a big one against Minnesota. And I think it is time for the first-year player draft. So let's get to it, and as usual, I'm only going to do probably like the first 5 rounds or something. I think we have the 17th pick? No, where are we? Oh, you know what? No, we forfeited our first round pick, of course, so that's too bad. Thank you, James Shields. So we're going to have to skip until our next pick by Houston. And here we are. So let's see. I want the Out of the Park ratings or whatever. And alright, let's just start looking at our draft boards. We want to go by potential. Is this the top of the board? I think it is. Jahmai Jones. Yeah, if we look at so we have the OSA ratings. So he is a alright, so he's a baseball rat. That's good. People were giving me tips on how to draft a little bit better than I did, and I appreciate that. Instead, look at personality. Also, make sure it's you're looking at the OSA ratings. They'll be more accurate than the head scout ratings, which of course, that was stupid that I didn't know that before. This is Richie Martin. Okay, we can scroll through players like this, which I like. So Jahmai Jones is a guy other players looked up to. That's good. It looks like he has some good power potential. Not a great contact guy, but his eye and discipline potential is high, which means he's going to be a low average, high walk kind of guy, like a Mike Napoli. Richie Martin is a shortstop. We drafted a lot of shortstops last year. Looks like he'd be a normal signability. Jahmai Jones would be hard to sign, but I forget what his demand was. I think he had a demand. Looks like this guy is another power potential, well-liked despite his below-average intelligence. I don't like to hear that. Here is a catcher with decent ratings. Can I look at his defensive ratings? Batting stats, but fielding stats. I guess it's not going to give me it. Scouting reports. Well, I think I can't decide really between Jahmai Jones or Richie Martin. I think it's gonna depend a lot on excuse me, on what the demand for those guys is. Looks like they're both slot guys. So because of that, I think I'm gonna go with Jahmai Jones. I can offer him more money, and hopefully he will sign. As I've talked about before, I like dipping extra money into the draft more so than free agency, because it's a good way for small market clubs to sort of equal out the fact that they're not going to be able to sign big name free agents. But alright, so looks like we're still going by, we want to go by Scouting Association. So it looks like Shane Tucker is the best player left. He's another young guy, 97. Looks like he was another one of these guys that we looked at earlier. Power bat, a left fielder, so we would be drafting 2 left fielders, but I think that's fine. His below average intelligence scares me a little bit, but I think it's good value either way, based on getting him in the 3rd round. So I think we'll go after him, and we will. Oh, how is this? What is the signability? Okay, easy. So we're just gonna draft him and offer the slot. Well, slot bone. Yeah, okay, we'll just offer him the slot. I suppose we could get away with lowballing him a little bit if it's an easy sign for the Astros, but oh well. Nick PEREZ wants $2 million. He's a 6'3" third baseman. See what they have to say about him. His potential is 3.5 stars. He's a guy other teammates look up to. That's good. Looks like he's got some good gap power and a good eye. Impossible sign. Alright, I think we might skip out on him. Other than that, the potential ratings are getting a little lower here. We could look at a guy like Kyle Overstreet, who's actually 21 and his overall is a little bit less. What about Tyler Watt? His overall, he's 17. Let's look at Overstreet though. He'd be a normal sign, always good for a game of cards. Looks like he could be a decent all-around hitter. Nothing spectacular about him. Maybe some above-average pop, but it would be a normal sign. He's a slot guy. I think we should go after Kyle Overstreet. We could use another bat on the left side of the infield. Well, we did get a couple shortstops last year, but we didn't get any like third. I don't think we got any third basemen. So, all right, and this is round number 5, I believe. So we can look at some of these guys. I want to make sure there's no. Yeah, okay. So Curtis Terry wants a lot of money. He's 6'2". Ronnie Healy is a bit of an older guy. I want to get one of these guys with a bit higher potentials. Corner outfielders. All right, we'll just sort it like this. So interesting. Charismatic clubhouse personality, but poor habits can set a bad example for teammates. Don't think I want to touch that. All right, this guy's a quote-unquote baseball rat. It looks like he has good power potential and decent contact. This guy's got big power potential. He's a charismatic, yeah, another guy with poor habits. And Tyler Watt is a good influence on the team. Ooh, yes, looks like he has high OBP skills. I like that. He's a shortstop. I think I'm going to take him and then hope that maybe Charlie Cody falls. Yeah, we'll take Tyler Watt and then hopefully Charlie Cody, and I think after that we'll just simulate the rest of the draft. Let's just go back to the screen. Continue draft. So let's take, it was Charlie Cody, right? No, I want the OBP guy, Tyler Watt. Wyatt. We'll draft and offer the slot, and then hopefully Charlie Cody drops. Looks like he did. Perfect. Draft him and offer the slot. I guess we can't even offer slot. We'll just draft him, and then auto draft until the next pick. And at this point, there isn't anyone that I particularly care about, so I think I will cut out here, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so we are back. I think I did up till about round 11 or so. We will negotiate with our draftees. As usual, a lot of these guys that I ended up drafting late, I sort of, I guess none of that. I guess I just drafted, and I guess all the other guys that I drafted late sort of signed, but I looked for guys who were good in special areas. Like I drafted one guy whose potential for his plate discipline was like 16, and I drafted a couple good fielders. I also found out how to find defensive stats. It's right in front of me. Pretty stupid of me, and I'm just sort of curious to check out how these guys are. Left field, third base aren't big defensive areas, and looks like Shane Tucker's not going to be a good defender. Shortstop, it'd be good to have a good defender. It looks like Wyatt is going to be above average, so that's good. So we will negotiate with Jemai Jones. Looks like he does not want a lot. We'll meet his demand of $230,000. Pretty good for a first-round pick. And Brian Mosky, I did not draft this guy. He was auto-drafted. Looks like he is decent, but he wants $3 million, so no thank you. Alright, so we're going to simulate ahead a little bit, see if some of these guys sign, and then we'll eventually get to the sort of trade deadline area. I'll probably cut out until the until the All-Star break, but either way, let's delete all messages, simulate ahead a little bit. Maybe we'll just do one more series, and then I'll cut out. 4 games under 500. Jemai Jones, did we get him? Yes, we have. Awesome. Hopefully Dexter Fowler's coming back soon. Alright, we'll do this Los Angeles series, and we'll get to an off day. Got it. Come on, take these last 2 games, please. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, at least we won one of them. Overstreet is not satisfied, and neither is Wyatt, so we'll have to go back to those guys. Then I'll cut out. Overstreet, how much does he want? Oh, that's fine. I'll offer you that. And Wyatt, what is his demand? I'll offer you that. Alright, and that's pretty much going to do it. So I will be back. Alright, so I'm going to cut back in here at July 1st, and it is International Free Agent Signing Period has begun, or whatever you want to call it. And I am immediately eyeing this guy, Mario Flores. Check that out. 20 contact potential, 19 speed, 20 stealing. Seems like a top of the lineup kind of guy. Speedster, looks like he's decent defensively. Does not strike out. That's good. Even has some gap power. So this guy is someone who I really want to go after. Looks like the OSA ratings actually don't favor him as well, but still contact. Looks like he'd still be good, and he's not demanding a whole lot, so I'd like to offer him. We'll go up to $1 million. Let's go up and then up. Ask for response, submit offer. And then we'll go back to the international amateurs, whatever you want to say it. And you want this. Okay, so now we can see who's really actually good. And it looks like Jorge Pena could be pretty good. I'm liking Luis Rivera though at a $60,000 bargain. That seems like it would be. So let's go after him. Offer contract, and I would even offer him. I'm gonna up all the way to 500,000 because he would be worth it. It appears. And hopefully that is enough to try and get him to sign immediately, so that way it doesn't turn into a bidding war. I think I'm going to pass on Jorge Pena, despite it looks like he could be really good, but I'm not sure if I want to dip that much money into him. Anyone else? Jose Ruiz looks kind of interesting. Good changeup. Projects as a bullpen piece, though. I think we will pass on everyone else. So. Anyway, we're 30 and 40. It's starting to look like we're going to fall out of the race here, which is too bad. I really wanted to try and compete. Maybe not even for a playoff spot, but just for something. You know, even going 500 or just sort of staying in that general area. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it now, but let's go up to... I'll go up to 1.4 million. Oh, it's a lot of money for this guy. I like him. I don't think I'm going to go past this offer for him, but we did get Luis Rivera, which is good. Looks like Scott Kazmir's out for a while. So we won again, 31 and 41, and we're going to simulate up to the All-Star break, I suppose. Flores, alright, I'm not going to go after him. If he wants more than that, he's really not worth it. So we're starting to get a couple wins here. I am not going to be hesitant. Yeah, he signed with the Rangers. To start selling off pieces, specifically a guy like James Shields. I'd like to keep some of the guys we signed to multi-year deals. We didn't get compensation picks. I like to keep the guys that we signed to multi-year deals, like Headley, Butler, just because those are guys that I want to be around for a while. I didn't sign them as sort of one-year plans. Shields, on the other hand, I would definitely look to get or really dump if nothing comes out of the season. But he's also a guy I wouldn't hesitate to negotiate an extension with, even though sort of signing him it didn't work out how I planned it to, but. Alright, Logan Morrison for Matt Dominguez. Morrison has been sort of mediocre this year. Dominguez has been doing in AAA. Ooh, very good. Ooh, look at that, 1054 OPS. He has been fantastic. That's good. As you can see, the OSA game does not rate, the OSA ratings don't rate him very favorably, but if he's going to continue to do that, then I'm going to reject this trade. Alright, so we've climbed, or we creep back into 5 games below 500, another win. I'm trying to get to the All-Star break here. And then we will start working on some deadline stuff. Are we going to win again? Nope. We're back to 5 games under. Ooh, it'd be good to get to 500 by the All-Star break, but that looks like it's not going to happen. We'd probably have to... No, okay. Never mind. And here we go. Jesus, this team. And Garrett Richards is out for 2 months. He had not been pitching too well. 5.61 ERA. I don't know why, but pitchers accumulate WAR really quickly in this game. That's too bad, so we're going to put him on the DL. For now, we'll put him on the 15-day. We could transfer him later. And we'll take a look at how some of our guys are doing in a little bit here, but as you can see, the pitching is really what has let us down so far this year. And even out of the bullpen, Manchu Wang, excuse me, it's not been that good. Really, no one in the bullpen has been very good, except for maybe Kevin Chapman. But Miguel Gonzalez has struggled lately. His ERA has ballooned a little bit. Just really getting nothing out of the pitching staff is what has hurt us the most this year. I think the offense has been decent, but it's just the pitching staff has not been anything of value for us. So anyway, let's look at some of our pitchers. What are our options here? I would say a guy like Alex White, who has pitched pretty well. I guess he's been working out of the bullpen, though. We could also look Asher Wojciechowski, whatever you say his name. And we could even look at in our own bullpen. But I think we'll call up Alex White, place on the active roster. Then we'll go over to our pitching staff. We could give Dallas Keuchel a chance, although he's really struggled this year. I'm going to give that spot to Joe Kelly for now. And we'll put Alex White in the bullpen as a middle reliever. We'll move, I guess, Anthony. Well, let's use White in a setup role. See how he does. 8th inning or later. All right. And we'll delete all messages and keep simulating forward up to the trade deadline. See if we win anything. Wow, this has been quite the losing skid. I think we lost, what, 6 in a row there? Lose again. 10 games under, 9 games. 3 games set in Seattle. Or 4 games set, I think. if we could take 3 out of 4, that'd be great. All-Star team has been announced. I'm curious to see who's going to make it because I don't think we have anyone doing too outstanding, although I haven't been paying... Oh, wait, I just deleted it. I haven't been paying, you know, very close attention, but... Oh, well. Well, let's see if we can... Well, I'll just... Whatever. I'll take a look at team stats at the All-Star break, but... Alright, we entered the All-Star break 11 games under. We'll simulate through it, and then the trading deadline. The schedule always gets pushed back in these simulations, but trading deadline is just a couple days away, so it looks like a good time to start evaluating players. We're 12 games back of the division. Let's go to the team home screen. And is there a way we can see standings? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Maybe ML standings, of course. Wild card. We are 9 games out of the wild card in front or behind 8 teams, so that looks like it's going to be mighty tough. I think that means we should start to evaluate some of our players and see who we should be selling off as pieces at this point. So we'll take a look at our pitchers first off. Cozart is not a guy that I want to sell. Looks like he is unhappy for some reason, but obviously not. I don't think I want to sell any of our starters at this point. Lucas Harrell, how has he been? Not too good. I tried trading him last offseason, didn't really work out. I think we'll shop Shields around, but I think, excuse me, that's going to be it for starters. As for the lineup, looks like Jason Castro's been as good as ever. BABIP's a little high, but still been pretty good. Max Dassey's been decent in a backup role, only 48 plate appearances, but does have 15 hits, so that's not too bad. Chris Carter's been alright. Billy Butler has been okay. Looks like he's been cold as of late, though. Like I said, he's a guy that I want to keep around for at least another year or so before I even think about starting to sell him off. John Singleton has been decent. His OSA rating is going up. That's good to see. Let's see, Jose Altuve has been pretty good for us. OPS of 810. Yeah, he's definitely one of our better players. I'd say he's going to make the All-Star team over anyone else. Maybe George Springer, though? Oh, look at Springer. 14 dingers. Ooh, an 837 OPS. He might make the All-Star game as well. Headley has been... he's not slugging very much for us, but his OBP's high, so that's good. So I think our offense has been fine. Fowler has been not too good. Ooh, that is not looking like a good extension right now. I was a little bit hesitant to jump the gun on giving him an extension. I probably should not have jumped the gun and gave him... What did I give him? 3 or 4 years? I think I gave him 3. Oh well. Well, we'll see how it works out. He's still rated pretty highly, and I think he can bounce back, but we'll have to see what happens. So I don't think I really want to be trading too many pieces off here. I think we've built up a team that is sort of a long-term plan, but I think I will shop around James Shields, see if he can get us anything worth value. So let's go ahead and shop him around. Alright, so we have some offers here from a couple different teams, and we have some big names here, especially out of the Red Sox farm system. Some good prospects like Anthony RANAUDO, who is only a middle reliever, really? He's been starting for the AAA team, it looks like. He's put together a couple pretty good years. Alan Webster, I'm curious what he's doing. He's one of my favorite prospects. I think he's really good, even though he really was awful with the Red Sox in real life in 2013. But I just like his stuff. Looks like he's been doing all right at the AAA level. Nothing too much at the Major League level. OSA ratings or that. It looks like we have the OSA ratings here. Jay Bruce, I don't think we need another outfielder, but Bruce is a fantastic player, only 28 years old, signed through 2017. His contract, he is at a 7-year, $62 million clip. That is not that much per year, although, yeah, it looks like it goes up every year, but still, getting Jay Bruce at that price is a pretty good offer, I'd say. That's one I'm definitely going to have to consider, although I don't think we need outfielders necessarily, but either way, Alex Jackson is the top catching prospect. Let's take a look at him. He is doing very well in a rookie ball right now. He's only 19 years old, though. He's pretty far away. So I think I would rather get someone who's a little bit closer to helping us out in the short term. Carlos Quinton. Now, he is only signed through 2016. His contract's a bit better than Bruce's. It's not played as well, though. Hanley Ramirez, he just got that like 9-year. Yeah, he is a pretty big salary through 2020. Yeah, and it gets up there at the end. I don't think I want to touch Hanley Ramirez in his contract, but he's been very good for the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm surprised they could offer or they could afford that contract, but either way, it's a pretty good player, obviously. So I guess it was a fair contract. I'm kind of intrigued by the Jay Bruce. Ooh, Jameson Taillon. I did not even see him. Looks like he's doing alright with Pittsburgh in real life right now. Obviously, this helps them, or not in real life, I meant in this game. Obviously, getting James Shields helps them a bit more in the short term. OSA, oh, okay. The head scout doesn't like him too much, but he's a clubhouse leader, and his potential is pretty high. That is a deal I kind of like. I might have to come back to it, because if I can get TAILLON, why wouldn't I do it? That's a good question. Maybe I could even try to get them to throw in a guy like Andrew Lambo, who's been alright this year for them. I might try to negotiate a deal with one of these teams, because it does seem like James Shields is held pretty highly. So yeah, I might have to try and get a couple pitchers from Boston, or even try to work out something with the Pirates and get a guy like Jameson TAILLON. So I'll be back. I'm gonna start negotiating some offers. Alright, so we are back, and I'm gonna be doing a deal with the Win Now Dodgers. Although they don't need a ton of help at starting pitcher, neither in real life nor in this career mode, or whatever you want to call it. They did show interest in James Shields when I shopped him around. They gave me a couple different offers for both of these. It was a 1-for-1 for both these right field prospects. Now both these guys are very young. They're both only 19 years old, but very high potential. This guy could be a phenomenal hitter, Justin Williams, and Gareth Morgan. Take a look at his potential ratings. Another just really good hitter, provides probably a bit better defensively, or he would be a bit better defensively than Justin Williams, but still, either way, just both fantastic prospects. Now, they wouldn't do it for just James Shields, so I'm going to be throwing in Lucas Harrell, guy that I really don't think much of. He's just sort of an arm, has really struggled for us in real life, but gives them another bullpen arm potentially, and maybe they can, I don't know, find something out of him as a ground ball pitcher, so he could potentially be a good arm out of the bullpen. But so we're gonna do this deal. Both these guys are a little bit of ways away. They don't provide us with immediate help, but I think they could be fantastic long term. So definitely doing this trade. And both those players have been designated for assignment. I think I'm gonna throw both of them in AA, just based on them being. I think they're both 1 star for their overall rating, so I think that's good enough to play in AA. I'd like them to both be playing every day in AA. You can see Gareth Morgan is 6'4". That's really good size. Justin Williams is 6'2", also pretty good size. We're gonna put him in AA. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I couldn't get that out right there. So we don't end up going after the Jameson TAILLON deal. All well. I just thought that was a better offer. I found a pretty good offer involving Jameson TAILLON, but either way, I just like the deal that we did. So I do want to take a look at the free agents market just to see if anyone out there is still half decent, and if so, could we use them as a starter? Yeah, it looks like there are some still pretty decent arms, and we are going to take a look at the overall, short by overall. Alright, it doesn't look like a lot of these guys could start. Billy Buckner potentially is 31 years old. OSA ratings favor him pretty nicely. Looks like he's pitched a little bit in Las Vegas. I believe that's the Blue Jays system, but wasn't too good. I like someone with some MLB experience. I think DEMPSTER is like, oh, he's suspended. Whoa, why? Oh, that's weird. When I did a Red Sox franchise thing, whatever you want to call it, his injury, he sort of just took the year off for personal reasons, / he was, I guess, a little bit unhealthy, and they put him down in the DL in this game, and then his supposed, sort of phantom injury got a little bit worse. So, anyway, we could go after Josh Beckett, who pitched pretty well in real life. Pitched pretty well in real life for the Dodgers and in the fake game Dodgers. So I think we should go after Josh Beckett. I just want to have someone with some MLB experience here. I really don't want to sign him for too much, though. Ask for his response, submit offer. Until then, we will throw someone in the rotation. I just don't want to be pitching all of our crap pitchers right now. Let's go to rosters and transactions. We'll go to the AAA team, or even the AA team might be a better option. Aaron West. Ooh, who is this guy? Looks like he's doing pretty decent for the Corpus Christi Hooks. And I want to make sure we're looking. Actually, I don't know if we can switch how we're viewing our prospects or whatever based on the OSA ratings of the regular rating of the head scout, whatever you want to call it. But either way, this commentary has been really all over the place. But yeah, okay, Aaron West, 25 years old, so I don't know if he's really gonna pan out, but it's been decent. Let's go back to the AAA team. I think we will call up, maybe we'll call up Josh Fields and put like Brad Peacock in the rotation or something. Ooh, Kyle Wheeland, former Red Sox. I always have to point those guys out when I see him. How's Carlos Correa doing? He's doing alright. It's good to see. I don't think we'll be calling him up this year, but I think he could make the opening day team next year, or make the club out of spring training. Destin Hood, is he? Yeah, he's still doing really well in AAA. He's come down a little bit, but still been fantastic. Hopefully he's a guy that works our way into our future plans. Matt Dominguez has been pretty good. Yes, he's been very good. He's going to be a 4.5 win player in AAA. That's good to see. Maybe we could find a spot for him on the Major League roster. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how some guys are doing, maybe find some spots. But I think we're going to call up Josh Fields, another former Red Sox, placed on the active roster. And we will go to the rotation, pitching staff. And I think we're going to throw... Maybe we'll even throw Alex White in the rotation, see what he can do for us, shall we? I think him or Peacock. I think Peacock's stuff is a little bit better. His rating's pretty good. I think we'll put Peacock in the rotation. I think he was in the Jed Lowry trade, if I remember correctly. Alright, so that's going to be our bullpen. I think we even... That seems like that's a low number of relievers, isn't it? Do we have 25 guys in the active roster? No, we do not. So we have room for another pitcher to call up. Maybe Kyle Wheeland. I think we'll call up Kyle Wheeland, throw him in the bullpen. He's not very good, but gotta play favorites. So place on the active roster. Go to the pitching staff, and we'll just throw him down as a middle reliever. Alright, and that's pretty much going to do it for the deadline. I don't want to be selling off any other pieces. I think we can try to regroup for next year and make another good run. I'm really happy with the trade that we did, and as sort of a trade-off, I think sacrificing the first-round pick for the two guys that we got, pretty good deal in my opinion. So anyway, I think it all ended up working out, and just gonna take a final look and see if we can see if there's really any spots where we might be able to get guys up. Gonzalez is just a bench player, so I really don't care how he's doing. Headley's been fine. I'm not gonna bench him. I think in the outfield we could maybe work a spot open. LJ Hose has not been that great. Fowler's really not been that great, although I'd like to stick with him. Springer's been fine. I think we'll keep the roster the way it is for now. Correa is... We'll see what we do with him, because VR has been really good, and Altuve has been really good for us this year. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with Carlos Correa next year. But anyway, this video I know is already getting up to about 30 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short here in just a moment. Or not really short, but we're going to simulate through the trade deadline, and then I will be back for the off-season in the next episode. So we'll simulate past it. And we receive a personal message, a player development update. I think this is like all though based off of the head scout ratings, not the OSA ratings, which is the ones that I care about. So really does not even matter. But Manchu Wang his overall has gone up. That's good. Wang. Say Wang. Anyway, so that's gonna do it. We win. We'll see how we do in the second half. I will get back to you guys in the next episode. We'll be gearing up for the off season, or maybe even the postseason. Who knows? Probably not, but we'll see. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and just out. Peace.